Everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Hafiz Nafizal Putra. I'm from Cimahi and I live and also live there. Yeah. I am 19 years old. Yeah, I'm come from a fairly happy family. Yeah, I have two older brothers and I don't have a younger brother, so I'm the youngest in my family. Yeah. My mother is used to work, but he has retired, and now he is a housewife. Yeah. My father was passed away when I was in fourth grade in elementary school. He was a doctor. One of the people I admire was in my life. Yeah. I attend at in several schools. First, I attend at Al Jihad Kindergarten, and then elementary school at the SDN Cimahi Mandiri 5, and then the junior high school at the SMPN 2 Ngamprah. And this is one of the most unique parts of my life. Yeah, I went to high school in Kuningan, not even in Bandung anymore. Yeah, until now, I still don't know why I suddenly moved to Kuningan. Yeah, even though I live in Bandung for 15 years. Yeah, I went to high school at Seman Satu Kuningan. While in Kuningan, I live with my grandmother and grandfather and some of my several aunts. Yeah. After I graduated from the high school, then I returned to Bandung to continue my studies at the Bandung State Polytechnic or Polytechnic Negeri Bandung until now, yeah, majoring in the informatics engineering. Yeah. And a fun fact is that my second older brother graduated from the Bandung State Polytechnic, yeah, same as me. He is majoring in the mechanical engineering, and I've been quite comfortable for several months in the campus environment. And I have a good friends, fun and ambitious. And besides that, I also like mathematics, and that is the one of the reason why I entered the informatics engineering department. Yeah. It's just that in the last few months, I've been very exhausted because the assignment is keep coming to me. It feels like my brain is going to explode. Yeah. I really want to just have one day without thinking about the assignment I have to do. Yeah, but it seems like I can't. I can't. But I'm still enthusiastic about doing all the assignment. Of course, yeah, for the sake of my future. Yeah, and next week's will be the midterm exam. It will speed my head to explode. I think. And speaking about the future, and after graduating, I want to be a programmer. Yeah. I want to be able to work at Google, Nvidia, or Microsoft, or etc. Of course, because I want to get a lot of money and experience, yeah, and I want to have my own company is related to programmers. Yeah. And speaking of the hobbies, yeah, I like to playing a guitar. Okay, and now I will talk about this. Yeah. This is a music equipment, a guitar, an electric guitar from a Koei guitar. It's a Koei guitar. Yeah, it's made by Ashwood and a maple wood. The guitar is divided into three parts, yeah, namely the head, the neck, and the body. Yeah. In the head, we have a tuning machine. This is a tuning machine. Tuning machine is for tune the guitar into standard tuning. Usually it's E, A, D, G, B, and E. Yeah. And then in the neck, we have a fretboard. This is a fretboard. Yeah, fretboard is for making a different chord. Like you can play A, play C, G, E, A minor, it is etc. Yeah, it's made of a maple wood. Yeah. This is made by maple wood. Yeah, and usually the guitar has 19 to 30 fretboards. Yeah, depending on the type, and it's gonna make a different sounds too. Yeah, and then we have a string. This is string. Well, the string are one of the most important component because it is from the vibration of the string that the guitar will produce a sound. And then the body, yeah, the body is very smooth to touch and it's shiny. Yeah, in the body we have a pickups. This is a pickups. Yeah, pickup is for detect the vibration from the string from the guitar string, yeah, and then it turn into a beautiful sound. Yeah, pickup also have several types. For example, we have humbucker pickups and the single coil pickups. Yeah, and then we can adjust which pickup we're gonna use. Use this lever. We can use single coil pickups, or we can use the humbucker pickups, or even you can use both. Yeah, and different pickup will produce different sounds too. Yeah, and then we have volume knob. This is a volume knob. Yeah, volume knob that is for adjust the guitar sound that will come out loud or soft. Yeah, then we have a bridge. This is a bridge. Yeah, the bridge is for maintain the tension of the guitar string, so that they can produce a sound. Yeah, and last we have a jack hole. This is a jack hole. Yeah, the jack hole is for connecting the guitar to the speaker to produce a louder sound like this. This is a speaker. You can use this. This is the jack hole. We can plug the jack hole through this. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And the jack hole is also can use for many effects connected through the jack hole. For example, you can use a distortion effect, delay effect, reverb, and etc. Yeah, the guitar is about 4 centimeter thickness, yeah, and 25-inch length from the head to the body. Yeah, and also guitar have many types such Telecaster. This is a Telecaster guitar, and then we have a Stratocaster, Mustang, Jaguar, Gibson, and etc. We'll talk about one of the most influential and controversial figures of the 20th century. His name is Julius Robert Oppenheimer, often called the father of atomic bomb. Oppenheimer was born on April 22, 1904 in New York City, yeah, into a wealthy family of German Jewish immigrants. Yeah. He grew up surrounded by books, art, and culture. From an early age, he showed signs of being an extraordinary student. He loved literature, linguistics, and above all science. After studying at Harvard University, he continued his education at Cambridge and other in Germany, yeah, where he worked with some of the most brilliant physicists of his time, including the Albert Einstein. And physically, Oppenheimer was a tall and a thin man with a sharp feathers and piercing blue eyes. He often appeared elegant but somewhat fragile. Yeah. He smoked constantly, usually with a cigarette in hand, and his voice was soft yet intense, often capturing people's attention. Many describe him as a charismatic, mysterious, and sometimes even intimidating. Yeah. But what truly defined Oppenheimer was not only his appearance, but his character. He was highly intelligent, deeply curious, and full of contradictions. Yeah. He loved poetry as much as physics. He could quote the Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit, and he was known for his wide knowledge beyond science. Yeah. He also struggled with the feelings of doubt and guilty through his life. Yeah. During the World War II, Oppenheimer became the director of the Manhattan Project, the secret U.S. program to develop the atomic bomb. Under his leadership, thousands of scientists and engineers built the first nuclear weapon. In July 1945, the first successful test explosive took place in the New Mexico desert. Watching the blast, Oppenheimer famously recalled a line from Hindu scripture. He said, "Now I am become the death, the destroyer of the worlds." This moment marked a turning point not only in his story, but also in Oppenheimer's personal life. On one hand, he had achieved what seemed impossible. He had unlocked the power of the atom. And the other hand, he felt deeply responsibility for the destruction that followed, especially the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. After the war, Oppenheimer became the advisor to the US government, but his political views and his past connection to the left-wing groups led to suspicion. In 1954, during the Red Scare, he was accused of having communist sympathies. His security clearance was revoked, and he was publicly humiliated. This event crushed him emotionally, and he spent the rest of his life as a symbol of both genius and tragedy. Oppenheimer died in 1967 at the age of 62 from the throat cancer. To his day, he remains a complex figure, admired for his brilliance, criticism, and his role in creating nuclear weapon, and remembered as a man who changed the course of human history forever. In the end, Oppenheimer's life shows us not only the power of science, but also the heavy weight of responsibility that comes with the great knowledge. Okay, now I will describe about my hometown. Yeah, Kuningan. Yeah, Kuningan is the place where I studied during the high school, so I can call Kuningan is the place where I grew up. Yeah. Kuningan is a small town near to the Ciremai Mountain in west end of West Java, near to the Cirebon. To get there, you can only go by land. There's no airport, no port. Yeah. For example, you from Bandung City, you can go to Cilinyi, and then you can go to Sumedang, Majalengka, and you arrive in Kuningan. Yeah. You can use a car, motorcycle, bus, travel, or whatever. Yeah. And why is it called a Kuningan? Yeah. Because in the past, many copper and zinc alloys were found in Kuningan. Yeah. That's why people call Kuningan. Yeah. Besides that, people also call Kuningan is the town of the horse, because in the past there were a lot of wild horse. They found a lot of wild horse. Yeah. For the weather, because the Kuningan is near to the Mount Ciremai, the air in the Kuningan is quite cold. In Kuningan, we have a tourism spot. We can go to the Palutungan. In Palutungan, we can see the view of the whole town of Kuningan, because in the location of Palutungan is near to the foot of Mount Ciremai, which is quite a high place. Yeah. In Kuningan, we have our own culinary, yeah, namely rujak kangkung. The taste is quite spicy, salty, and sweet. Is mixed together, yeah, which is pretty good for me. You can try it by yourself if you go to the Kuningan. Yeah. Kuningan also has its own tradition, namely Serentahun, which is held every time there is a big harvest. Yeah. Serentahun is held as a form of gratitude from the community to the god. Yeah. In Kuningan, there is also a unique belief, yeah, namely Sunda Wiwitan. This belief has its roots before the arrival of Hinduism and Islam in the archipelago, and is adhered to by indigenous communities such as Baduy community, yeah, as well as in the several traditions like a village as a Cipragelar and Kampung Naga. And Kuningan people are kind and friendly, yeah, especially since there are many Sundanese, yeah, people who are known for their softness in lingu, yeah. And then the place where uh, I want to visit, yeah. The place I want to visit is Japan, yeah. There are many interesting things that I can explore, such as culinary, place, and culture. Yeah. Besides that, I also want to study there, yeah, especially in the field of technology, because Japan is known as a country with high technology.